What am I? I can't call it. Which no good. Got you over the top with him.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
He sure is. I saw that.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Look, wait. Mike 54. Mike 54. Go. Three bucks.
From the gun, Jackson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Be ready.
Now it's Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. From the gun, here's Newton. And his pass incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Come on, baby. Let's get this. Watch the run. 16. 20. 16. Game situation. Let's go. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
To throw on third down, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try to apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 54. Kermit, go. Mike 54, Mike 54, Mike 54. Out, get him, get him, get him.
They go play action with Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Norman. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Sawyer. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches.
Oh, that dude got 87 speed. He get in the open field. He's so slow.
Also a first down.
It was running back I got, but little running back that they drafted for me in some of them late rounds. When we see him, nigga got hit in development and everything. The nigga just so slow.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Check 4, check 4. Hey, motion, check. Shift.
Now a give right side. Sawyer.
Sudden, man,
a little
block the
closer
dude.
as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time to go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
You don't
If
want?
you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but...
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Ready. 54. Mike, 54. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Now Jackson on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points
Boy, yes,
go
sir.
by the wayside on that one.
Now he's got it. And he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a
Okay.
bullet in there for the completion.
54. Tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Sawyer. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Back to Bob. So what you end up winning that game by? 11? No. Wow.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
You know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's caught by Davis. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Fired that one in there.
Balling.
Make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Newton. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch.
Oh, my goodness.
It's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Newton throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But
why you be like that?
Dolphins.
My God.
From 6 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well,
how you beat 2 yards off the line of scrimmage, dog?
Right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Here's Jackson, and he's going to have the hook up with Sutton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Oh, did that.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Norman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Go on. Come on, D.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he completes this to Sutton. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Boy, cold line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Jackson throwing once more. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Oh, y'all can't give me just a little rushing 3.
How about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
I can't give nobody a little time, man.
Check Mike 39.
I'm scared.
Hey, check Mike 39.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time.
It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, check it. Security. Man left.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Flushed out right. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Which one?
Gun.
A give to Smith out of the gun. Breaks free again. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
He be catching everything, too.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now
Normal.
is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Boy, you serious, son.
A first down carry for Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there.
Well, last season.
One big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
You got to play me.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Bad throw, King.
First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On first down, Sawyer, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sawyer, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Let's get it.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because
why y'all put me in the animation, man?
and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, Newton. He's got Smith here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise.
That's caught inside the 20. 33 yards that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and that'll bring up second down.
20.
Now it's Smith running right. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On third down, Newton. This is caught.
Come on, dog.
What are you doing? That sets up a first and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jordan Howard. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Tucker with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Who don't want a division more, you or him?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Oh, he ain't never won? He ain't been to the playoffs?
They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to do about that, and they've got to make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board. We'll see. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Man, come get on the duty, man.
They'll run on first down. Sawyer. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes.
Fuck you, nigga. Come get on the Call of Duty, bro.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4.
Man, what the business is, you bitch ass niggas. Man, come get in
second and 11 now. Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
Oh, my God. Tyree.
Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
He give it up. You hear me, D. Frank? He give it up. He give it up. Shit.
Jackson. That he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it.
Wide open touchdown. This nigga overthrown.
Because they're not going to bite defensively.
What are you looking at?
Where am I? Coach explained to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads
The
to a
99 so proud, man.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Man, that nigga got all kinds of deep throw, perfect accuracy traits.
And it'll be Dolphin football.
Loft and dead eye.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Shit, they need that. The defensive ends, OP.
Off play action. Newton.
I don't got no excuses, big dog.
He'll try and run it. 5 yards.
Nah, big dog, I got 2
That's
trophies.
To pick up the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the
Got 2
fourth quarter?
trophies.
Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get
champ.
get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
I'm tired of hearing that nigga talk about his skate rush, to be honest.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. Give him 12 yards there.
He running YouTube right here. He got you set. Oh,
Tell you what, he's been able to put
that receiver so slow.
all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as...
No, you see, that ain't no go route.
And he can't find anywhere to go.
Hey.
And he goes down.
You had some breakfast this morning, big dog? Dang, you got sausage on your mind.
98 of his career ties him with Hall of Famer Reggie White for 2nd place all time.
That route he ran is the cover 3 business, Frank. See how it angles to the outside a little bit?
And he's going to go down again. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week.
Yeah,
4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg it. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less.
What the frick are you doing?
Here, right? It certainly does, and that means the playbook
Oh,
is
my
still
God.
open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling.
Then his nigga did some stupid stuff too. But where are you throwing the ball, dog?
Right, you don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first
This nigga overthrew the dude about 10
Your
yards.
quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard, leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot down.
Man, different revamp offense, clamp offense, damp offense, Saints info.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You need to switch some up. You might not even, you ain't making the playoffs this season.
Check 13.
49 is getting it. Watch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sawyer. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Man, I should have blew your ass out that game.
From the grease board to the field.
Interceptions going. Boy, I knew it about to be. They're going to help you out when that interception went right over dude's helmet.
And we've got a one-score game.
I'm like, oh. I'm like, yeah, they finna help him out now. Cause that would have hit the board. That would have been the finishing piece right there. Pick 6, bro.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now. As
I just knew I was about to just dog you out. As soon as shit. I'm in there with you.
Sawyer. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And this is an absolutely big third down.
Man, take away the run, make this nigga a pass.
No other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So here we go, Charles. Third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Kill.
Let's see what Sutton got right here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And tight coverage there. It's
Sutton, I need you to get open.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he throws it away, and it falls down incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Jets' 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Newton. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to
go get you some breakfast, Chan.
As this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Well, he threw a pick.
Go get you some breakfast, Chan, you bitch-ass nigga.
My bro, you got, hey, boy, at the hand of a snake, boy, I got two championships.
Go deep again.
Oh, incomplete.
Boy, my belly's full. I can't complain.
Really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Huh?
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Throw left side complete. It's Brooks. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision.
Thank you.
Football because of the timing of the route.
Oh, it took y'all long enough.
Incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Check. Go. Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Jackson to throw.
Jackson, what the frick are you doing?
Incomplete. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jets, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Miami, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.